I am a Lucy Score fan, but I wasn't expecting this. Hi, hello, and welcome back. Today I am so excited to be doing a video that I really don't do very often. And today we're going to do a reading vlog of one of the books that I just picked up this week at Barnes & Noble. I do have a shopping haul video up, and if you enjoyed those, feel free to check that out. I'll also link it for you. But in that haul, I got Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, and this is a super recent release. Now, this book is the sequel to Things We Never Got Over, which I really enjoyed. That book was super popular on YouTube and on TikTok when it first came out, or when people first started reading about it. I want to say like last summer, maybe, it was super popular. I just got around to reading it, but it was really good and really enjoyable. So now I am ready to get into this one and wanted to bring you along for my reading experience. If you are familiar with Things We Never Got Over, this book is going to be for Nash, Knox's brother, and for Lena, who kind of comes into the end of the first book. I truly don't know much more about the book, but I don't really care. I enjoy Lucy Score's writing and really enjoyed that book, so I have a feeling, hopefully, that this book is going to be similar in writing and just as enjoyable. Since this book is so big, I think that this reading vlog is going to span over the next couple of days, because as much as I really want to finish this whole thing today, I'm just not sure if that's possible. This is almost 600 pages, or maybe it is 600 pages. Okay, it's 578. It's a pretty big book. So enjoy the next couple of days reading with me. I will give you some updates as I get through the book. I'll probably start to tell you about my thoughts at the beginning and if it's taking a while to get into, and also just some pieces of the book that I feel like would be fun to share. I'm super excited to begin reading this and sharing the experience with you. So let's get into it. All right, everyone, I just wanted to come in and do a page 25 reading update. That is where I've made it so far. And so page 25 gets us to the end of chapter 2, and it's the first page of chapter 3. I'm just going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there that I am about to share information about the ending of book 1. So if you have not read book 1 yet, maybe come back after you have read that one, or please do not blame me for spoiling the end of that book for you. This book starts exactly where book 1 leaves off. And if you remember, Nash was shot at the end of book 1. So in this book, we're picking back up and he's still in his recovery. Now, sure, he's recovered physically, but it kind of seems so far like something is going on with him mentally that he doesn't even understand. So I don't really know much more about that yet, but he's not where he was. And then we also have Lena. And if you remember from the first book, that was Knox's high school, I believe, girlfriend who comes in at the end of the book, and she has stuck around and she is still in their town. But her character so far is a little ambiguous, and we don't know why she's there or what she does for work. So I'm not really sure yet what the connection's going to be here or what the characters are going through, but so far this is very typical Lucy Score writing, and I feel like really matches the writing of the first book, so I cannot wait to continue reading it. I will give you another update once I've read some more. We are now on page 50, actually page 54, so that we could get to the next chapter, which is chapter 5. So I have now read 50 pages or 4 chapters of this book. I am definitely enjoying it. Like I said before, if you enjoy Lucy Score's books and you enjoyed the first book, you are going to love this one. And we have had some continued character development. So we know a little bit more about Nash. We know a little bit more about Lena, but I am still a little bit confused about that woman. We have some questionable information about her and her job at the moment, so I'm excited to continue learning about her. But you guys, by page 50, Nash has already rescued a dog. I mean, do we need any other information? There is a cute rescue dog in the first 50 pages, and I just love it. This time around, I think I'm going to read the next 50 pages and then I'll evaluate if anything significant has happened and get back to you around page 100. All right, everyone, I am back with our page 100 review, and if you cannot already tell, it is actually the next day for this vlog. So I made it to page 100 yesterday, but I was super tired after making it, so I did not update you then, but I am updating you now. So, like I said, we have made it to page 100, which also is the start of chapter 9. So we have now made it through 8 chapters, and I am just so enjoying this book so far. Now, like I mentioned before, Nash is going through some things, and we have started to realize more what that looks like. And Nash is dealing with some pretty bad depression and panic attacks post-shooting. So he is avoiding work and just in full-on depression. And he now has his new neighbor, Lena, who comes up the stairs to their apartment complex and finds him mid-panic attack outside of his apartment door. And she's trying to talk him through it and trying to help him. And he just cannot pull himself out of it and asks Lena if she can stay with him, like stay the night with him, because he feels just a little bit better when she is around. So of course she says yes and stays the night with him just to help him with this panic attack, but stays the night. Now, Lena has stayed the night to help him through his panic attack, and it is now the next day, and Lena leaves and decides, like, that crosses the line. She is not ever going to do that again. And of course, Lucien, evil Lucien, tells Knox that Lena stayed the night at Nash's house, and Knox literally forbids Nash from seeing Lena. Like, uses the words, "I forbid you from seeing Lena again," in a conversation. So now we are in a situation where our two main characters have helped each other through something, and then the main character's brother forbids them from seeing each other. Yes, let's get started on the next chapter. Back, we have made it a lot further into the book. I am now on page 253. It is the close of chapter 22, start of chapter 23, and there is so much that has happened since I've updated you last. I'm actually really struggling with how much to share and how many spoilers to give you guys, because I still really want you to read this book. But I've decided I am going to share some of the details, not the major plot points, because I still really want you to read this, but sharing some of the details is just super fun. By this point in the book, Lena and Nash have continued to see each other despite Knox's wishes. I mean, are we really surprised? But now we have gotten to a spot where they are really struggling to communicate with each other, and they're kind of dealing with being polar opposites in pretty much every way. And there was a big, full character of people argument that happens at the soccer field, much like a scene in the first book, if you remember that one. I mean, all of the characters are involved, everyone is angry with everyone else, and it is just this whole thing. I am so excited to continue reading. I left at a really exciting spot in the book, so I am going to get back to that. And actually, it is so beautiful where I live today, so I think that I am going to take my reading journey outside, but don't worry, I will bring you along too. Guys, I finished it. I finished the book. I said at the beginning of this video that I thought that this was going to be a multiple day video. I finished this book in 24 hours. I just couldn't help myself. As you could see, it was a beautiful day and I was just enjoying being outside and reading. Those are my two favorite things. And I finished the book. So let's get to my thoughts. The last half of this book is phenomenal and filled with one exciting thing after another. You would think with 570 something pages that there would be a dull moment or that it would be boring. No, it is never boring. I mean, I truly couldn't put the book down. In the second half of the book, we're dealing with some major plot points. I'm not going to share them with you because you are going to need to read this book, but you are definitely going to enjoy the second half of the book. Something else that was really fun about this book is that we get some sprinkles of Knox and Naomi and their life through this book. Now, of course, the main purpose of this book, or the main focus, I should say, is on Nash and Lena. But I thought it was so fun to get sprinkles of Knox and Naomi and Waylay and some of our favorite characters from the first book in this one. And we do also get some sprinkles of Lucien and Sloane. And when I tell you that there was the most massive buildup and character development between these two, I do not know how I'm going to make it to September waiting for their book. At the end of this book, we get some information about Sloane and Lucien, and I read the book. I cannot wait for their book to come out. I am a Lucy Score fan, but I wasn't expecting this. This book was so much better than I was expecting. I think that I even love it more than the first book. I know that's insane to say. I just feel like this book was even better. It is a full 5-star book from me. It is so easy to read. It's funny, it's cute, the characters are so lovable, and it entertained me the entire way through. If you loved Things We Never Got Over, I highly recommend that you give this one a try because without a doubt, you are going to love it. I really hope that you all enjoyed this vlog style since I don't usually do that. And please let me know down in the comments how many spoilers you would like to see in future videos, because during this video, like I had mentioned, I was really trying to decide how much spoilers to give away while still wanting to encourage you to read the book. So let me know if you are looking for all of the spoilers. I can absolutely do that for you and I would be happy to, but I do not want to spoil books for people who still want to read them. So let me know what your preference is and I will continue to do that or add more spoilers if that is what you are looking for. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I have so many fun things coming for you and I just appreciate all of the love and support on my videos. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!